What up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Tales from the Heavy Breathing Podcast.
Yes, really.
This is Warlock Side.
Let's play some Smite. It was good times.
So, if you motherfuckers want to know what the fuck we're doing, I'm sure you motherfuckers caught Chucky's stream last night. Fucking retarded. That guy must have been dropped on his fucking head when he was a kid.
He is giving us props.
Props. Yeah.
Stop standing by the door with that while Jonah's trying to sleep.
Oh, yeah. So,
that room better be all picked up. Yes, he is. I just seen him go in there. So we got CaliGreen 2 Fresh coming on in a couple minutes, I think.
I sent him the link.
hell yeah.
And he's about to jump on.
Hell yeah.
So, I've been experiencing some technical difficulties with this microphone as of recently. It's being a pain in the ass. So, yeah. So Chuck likes to run his mouth. I'm not about the drama shit, motherfuckers, but I gotta address this shit.
Yeah.
This will be the last time I address that fag boy. Chuck, you had your little spew with Wolf or whatever, but you ain't had one with Warlock Side yet, motherfucker. Hell yeah. So you can take all your fucking little subscribers that you suck dick for and fuck the fuck off, Chuck. You want to talk shit about Tales from the motherfucking Lotus podcast? You ain't shit. You ain't got no room to talk shit.
Come on, man.
What's your problem? What up? You good?
No, it was up there.
Oh, shit.
No, on the white thing.
Somebody fucked up.
Yeah, so it was right there. Stop walking back and forth. What do you need? What do you...
Yeah. Nothing. You know, we just like to walk back and forth and be right in your way. My kids do it too. Hell yeah. So what's up, Roxy Riddle Box, KJ Riddle, Ryan, Tucker? What the fuck's up?
Sup, Loxy, Tucker, Ryan, and KJ.
CRM 509. Shout outs to you, motherfucker, for coming in the chat.
Oh, we got 7 viewers, only 2 likes.
Oh, schnezzle dazzle. That's not right, y'all. That's not right. Yeah, so Mr. Fucky Chucky last night like to start running his mouth. I'm not about the motherfucking drama, guys.
Me neither.
I'm supposed to keep this shit off this channel. But he like to get on there and run his fucking mouth, talking shit about Tales from Lotus podcast, probably because he knows that we're a better show than he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He knows it. He knows that we don't just make up a bunch of bullshit and start talking about it like it's news, like he does. I think he's jealous. He's really jealous.
Yeah.
Anybody got any ideas for this stupid motherfucker? What we can do to fuck with his shit? Let me know.
Yep. I just he's no longer the most viewed video on our channel.
That was yesterday. Yeah, Brooklyn already won that for his gathering video.
Oh yeah,
I can definitely take him in a fight. I'd fuck him up in 2 seconds. Guarantee it. I've been in martial arts my entire life. Chuck's been in McDonald's his entire life, so this fat ass can't do shit. Yeah, this is gonna be one of them episodes we leave off the Dark Carnival Network. I think because we're gonna talk about the motherfucking drama today, just this little bit because it involved us. And this will be the last time we address his little bitch ass. If he wants to talk shit in the future, fuck him. He can go talk shit all he wants, but nobody gonna pay attention. Are we buffering?
Huh.
I don't think so.
No. I didn't notice Chuck buffering last night, so you two still having little trouble with that.
Chuck's always buffering something.
Nah, he didn't erase it, man. It was still up. I watched the replay last night.
Well,
That's how I seen him calling us Tales from the Heavy Breathing podcast.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I seen it. As soon as you said something, you said what time he said it, and I went to that time. I was like, what? Bitch? You just ain't got shit to do. So
That shit don't
that's
bother
true.
me. None of that shit bothers me, man. I don't even care. Like,
maybe.
Well, I mean, we must be doing something right if he's going to address us. You know what I mean? Was somebody in there chatting or something?
yeah, I guess Josh and Ryan and all them were in there saying
Jugganati.
saying Jugganati. And it pissed him off. And Josh is the co-host, so he was just letting in on him.
Yeah.
Well, Jugganati is something that Chuck fears very, very badly. He knows that Jugganati has the ability to end any career that he thinks he may have. We haven't done it yet because that's not what we do. Oh, man, I get a habit of texting too fast.
I ain't never had a problem with that dude before.
But
I
mean, I
last
have.
night it kind of pissed me off. Like,
yeah. Well, any other time he say some shit, but he must have been butthurt about something.
Must have been.
He just knows that we knows that he ain't shit. He ain't shit. Not at all. He ain't shit. Not to psychopathic. He ain't shit to Magic Ninja. He just somebody on YouTube trying to get his way into Magic Ninja. Even if you go to Magic Ninja's YouTube channel, you'll see Sid Jones on that bitch, but you won't see Chuck on there.
Oh yeah, and Chuck was calling out Sid Jones too.
Yeah, like Sid's little rash problem that he's got going on. I told him, I was like, "What'd you do? Get too close to Chuck?"
yeah, he was popping off about him last night too, man. About Sid Jones.
Yeah,
like a
fuck
motherfucker.
That. I like Sid Jones, man. Like, even though he
we're waiting on him, DC.
Yeah.
Even though he come out and said that he was gonna fucking Fear Factory hand lotion and tissues. Oh shit.
Yeah. I never had a problem with Sid Jones.
Oh yeah, the reason Sid Jones gets noticed by M&E is because Sid Jones is actually a cool person. You know what I mean? Sid Jones, he could be obnoxious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
Say his name and he's like Beetlejuice. CaliGreen toothbrush in the motherfucking house.
In the motherfucking house.
Whoop, whoop. What's good, you guys?
Just hang out waiting for you.
Hell yeah. It's good to have you on the show.
Good to be here, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, Cal, you getting any mail lately?
Actually, yeah, I got some mail yesterday.
That's dope. Hell yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I love watching the videos, man.
Me too.
Great.
Hell yeah. How is that Misery CD?
Bro, so fresh. So fresh. Parla Isla, fucking mad dope. That Demon Angel, ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Can't wait for that shit.
Is that Demon
What's
Angel
up?
all new? Is it all new shit on there?
For the most part, like he's kind of released some of the shit, like, you know, at singles over the last few years. Like, I think it was supposed to come out originally like 3 years ago. So he's just kind of been releasing shit here and there over the past few years, but for the most part, like I hadn't heard it, so.
Hell yeah.
You're right.
That's the shit.
Yeah. DC Thorograve was really on you to show up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, is DC in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up? That's my homie right there.
He said he had to get the fucking hand lotion and something else.
Cue the Fear Factory CD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I fell back asleep waiting for you guys. I set my alarm just for this. This is pretty early for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, right.
Is it 9 o'clock over there?
Yeah, it's like 9 o'clock over here right now, and I work late nights, so I got home last night around like sometime between 2 and 3 a.m.
Damn.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Hell yeah.
What's not all good though is this is fire season in my area.
Oh, damn.
And there's like literally like the fucking hill that's like right behind me right now is currently on fire.
Oh,
no joke.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like the mountain behind me has been burning for the past 2 days.
Oh fuck, dude.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I've been nervous as hell.
Good thing it burns upward, man.
Yeah, like, well, it started as like a small fire, and then just yesterday, whenever I was driving home from work, like I could see it from my work, and I work like 30 minutes away from here. And as I'm coming up the hill, I'm like, holy shit, like just the entire fucking mountain is burning.
Hell yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Good thing I'm right by the lake though, so I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if somebody's like, how did the fire set? Do you know? You know how many of these fires got set?
This is just like a high brush area.
Yeah.
So like literally, it could be the smallest thing that just sets them off. But plus, it's been 100+ degrees out here.
Oh fuck.
So like, I'm driving to work. Fucking, I have no air conditioning, so I fucking got no shirt on. I feel like I'm about to set on fire.
Oh man, dude. That's
Right?
gonna suck, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, but it is what it is. I'm just happy to have a car, you know.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, no shit. I had a car once. Fucker took a shit.
Oh shit. Hey, hit up Ouija.
Hell yeah.
Right?
I feel like a fucking.
Got one for you.
I feel like a charity case if I did some shit like that. You know what I mean?
I do. TJ
I'll
was
tell him straight up. I need a car, but I ain't gonna ask for one. So yeah,
Yeah,
I need
fucking-
one if you want to give one up.
Beastmaster was trying to tell me that I needed it because actually it's gonna, all right. this is gonna be the first time I talk about this, but we just found out we got baby number 4 on the way.
Wow.
Congrats.
God damn, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. 4.
You got super sperm flying through that shit.
Right? I just I got my vasectomy like a month ago. She's about 2 months along.
Oh damn.
Fucking waited too long, yo. Damn, I should have got that a couple months earlier.
I was waiting on them to set the date. Like I waited like 2-3 months for them to set the fucking date.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I always thought you looked like too young to have kids.
Yo, man.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Your pullout game ain't very strong, is it?
It's the don't give a fuck game.
Yeah. Once you get that point, you're like, fuck it. All right.
It feels too good to move it.
What were your thoughts about Ouija's album?
Yeah.
Ouija's album, I know how you guys feel about it.
Yeah.
To me it was fresh, you know, like this is the thing, you know, like all right. It was fresh to me, right?
Yeah.
Think about whenever Hoodoo put out his first album. It had that throwback, like, Great Milenko sound to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people loved it, but it received just as much hate. And the reason why is because even though the album is fresh, it sounded outdated to a lot of people, and it sounded like it was, too much J influence. Now, when he dropped Asylum, that was completely his shit, right?
Yeah.
Fresh as fuck, but it got overlooked. Ouija, he's just completely organic. It's him, 100%. There's no denying it. And, yeah, it's got that new school sound to it, but ICP also had a sound that, you know, whenever they first came out, it was similar to that of the stuff that was coming out in their time with their spin on it. Right. So, Ouija, to me, he's just like that, you know, 2018 sound. You know, it's the years, you know?
Yeah.
And you got to keep up with times.
I thought the beats were fresh, but I still like his rapping style, personally, and I just couldn't get into it.
I just felt like it was a little rushed, man. That's what I felt like. But
I mean, I'm sure it was rushed at some point, but like to me, it was just not Juggalo shit to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a few songs that caught it, but like most of it was more like mainstream shit. It sounded like.
It's like I said, man, and like the shit is fresh as hell. Like when he's on other people's shit, like he throws down, but like,
yeah,
I just feel like he didn't throw it down on his, you know, on his own shit.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like. But
it definitely
everything he says.
It was a different sound than what I was expecting. You see, me, I was a fan of Swagtooth for like years before like I was a fan of Ouija. And if you listen to Swagtooth, Ouija's talking Juggalo shit all throughout their fucking career. Like from the first album they did all the way to the last one. So he's definitely Juggalo through and through.
Right.
But I could see how people, Juggalos, you know what I mean, aren't going to get it.
Right.
I could definitely see that. It's something to cater more towards the younger crowd, if you will.
It just doesn't seem like wicked shit anymore. You know? It just seems like this fucking bibbity fucking trap shit nowadays. It's like, I mean, it's good for what it is. If you're into that kind of shit, it's good, you know?
But that's
like
what the times are now.
Genre, other people in that genre, it was good. But for just personal reference, I think it was like just not psychopathic type shit. But we're so used to hearing a certain style of music that fucking a little change is something.
Yeah, like change to a juggalo, it's blasphemy.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Exactly.
We fear change.
Like Megan Hose was talking about last night, because of course I was in his chat and I was like, "What'd you think of that new Twisted song, bro?" Which is, I also need to know what you think about that new Twisted song as well.
Yeah.
But
I'll get into that. I will.
Yeah, he was like, "Man, I remember when," and I do too, because I'm I'm old school as it gets. I've been down since fucking Ringmaster. Fucking, so I remember when people hated Twisted when they came out, man. Like, I remember it. Like, everybody was like,
"Oh yeah,
fuck, this is some ICP wannabe shit. That's all they are. Look at them." Like, you know what I mean? People were saying that at the beginning.
I did. I said that same shit.
I didn't say that. I was like, man.
Until I heard Most Tasteless.
I was like, I can see how people are saying it, because there's a fat dude and a skinny dude and shit.
Yeah.
They both wear paint and shit, but their rap styles are totally different from ICP's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so I never said that, but I liked him though when I first saw him live. When I saw him with Misery and shit, I don't remember what tour it was. It was a long time ago, but they were with Misery and ICP, and I don't.
I was trying to remember what the first tour was that I saw. It was during Great Malenko. I've been down since that like era right between like right before Great Malenko dropped.
Yeah.
So
and Phil does make a good point. If music did change or evolve, ICP would still sound like dog beats.
Yeah, and I didn't like dog beats that much.
I mean, yeah.
I appreciate the history, but
I remember as a kid finding dog beats, like, whenever like fucking LimeWire and all that shit was big and just came out, and finding dog beats was like gold. I was like, what the fuck is this? But I mean, other than that song, I couldn't find anything, and it's probably best that I didn't find anything else aside from that song, because that was the only good song they had from that era. It's not not on the raps, but just on the fucking quality.
I remember hearing that on Forgotten Freshness, and I was like, ooh,
right.
That's what they used to sound like. Ooh, I don't know about that.
But yeah, I remember seeing Twisted. It was one of those first tours they did, and I believe it was them, ICP, Misery, and shit was fresh, man. I still got my CaliGreen Great Malenko for all the alternative kids,
Oh yeah.
I still got that around here.
Yeah, dude. See, that's the same.
Yeah.
That must be the same tour that I seen them on, man.
Yep.
Same one.
Yeah.
And when they came out, dude, they ripped it. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, and then picking up Most Tasteless. I mean, holy shit! That shit was so ridiculously fresh. Like when it dropped.
Oh yeah.
Fucking. I was in 3rd, 4th grade when I started listening to ICP. I found out about them from my mom's boyfriend. And though I sound young, I was already like deep into music culture by that point. I'd already been to more shows than I could count by that point. Backstage at multiple shit. And ICP was the first thing that was like really mine. Because even though I was introduced to it by my mom's boyfriend, my mom wasn't really into it. She had her boyfriend show me chicken hunting because she thought it was funny. She thought I would think it was funny. Yeah. And she still says to this day, like, if I would have known it would have turned into this, I would have never had him play that shit for you. But my mom's a trooper. She's been to so many fucking shows, done with it so many times, even though she doesn't like them.
Brooklyn said he's been down since Hell's Cellar. That's a while, man.
Hey, that Hell's Cellar though.
That shit is yeah, that shit's fresh. I agree with a lot of people though. They should have just called it Violent J Cellar though.
Right? There's like one little intro in there. from Shaggy. It's funny, during the seminar, he's talking about how, like, what do you say? Like, man, I'm listening to this shit, and I'm like, is that me? The fuck is that?
Yeah, he's like, I don't remember doing that shit.
Yeah.
I bet the 3 songs they left off are all Shaggy. That's what I speculate.
Right?
Yeah.
We're really going to leave that one off?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's all wet out there.
You're leaving off all the songs with me, Jay. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm excited about that. I mean, we got a few years to go before we hear those, but still.
I kept telling them to keep quiet. That's why I came out here.
But yeah, Twisted, Split in the Paint. I mean, it's kind of there in the name, honestly.
Oh yeah.
You know, the name itself is a diss, and the thing that got me is, like, listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a diss. And then whenever they come out and they say, and fuck anybody that's in between or some shit like that, that got me. That got me, because, you know, I'm one of those people that I've still been supporting Twisted to a certain extent, you know? I still love Twisted. I still love, you know, Blaze. Fucking... But hearing that, it puts a damper on it. It's like, fuck, man, really? Did you have to say that?
Right. Yeah, because I know I'm in between. I don't service either company. No, good music is good music.
Yeah, right. You know, I thought, you know, what was it? The Continuous Evolutions. I thought it was dope. I loved that album. A lot of people hated it. You know, a lot of my homies hated it. But to me, that shit was fresh. I wanted to go see Twisted on Warped Tour. I was down for that shit. You know, one of the first dates was, there was like 2 or 3 dates I could have went to, but due to money, I couldn't do it. But, yeah, you know, like, I've been supporting them all the way through, and now they're coming out with shit like that, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, motherfuckers are making this shit hard, man.
It's just like Mac and Hose was saying last night, man. He's like, everybody that was in between, he had like a really good point on it. He was just like, you know, he basically told you people in between to fuck off. He was like, now nobody has any excuse. He's like, they're just trying to fuel that fire, like. And I'm just like, man, like, the song is fresh as hell, like the song itself. So that's the Twisted I've been waiting for, is that shit. And they come out with that, and it's all like a big old giant weak ass diss. I'm like, man, the beat's fresh, the lyrics are fresh, their delivery is on point. It reminded me of old ass Twisted, but they had to be like, fuck everybody in between and shit. It's like, and I'm just trying to ride that line, bro. Like, I didn't have no problem with you guys. Like, I really didn't. Like, I spent 20 years with you motherfuckers, man. Like, I'm trying. Like,
right. You know, like,
crying about that fucking Jay thing.
TJ was talking a little bit about this shit, like, on every Saturday afternoon. He was saying something along the lines of, you don't have to like artists outside of their music to like their music.
Yeah, and he made that real good point. I know where you're going. The one about like Guns N' Roses, like that shit was right on the head, bro.
Oh yeah.
Right here is a good example of that. My Axe Murder Boys tattoo.
Yeah.
Right after I got this, literally right after I got this, fucking Young Wicked had his baby with Samantha.
Yeah.
I post a picture of him with his new baby, reposted a picture in the Carnival Spirits Ninjas in Action page.
Yeah.
He goes on there and fucking just calls me out, fucking, like, basically, like, how dare you share a picture of me with my daughter? Like, get your TMZ on, motherfucker. And I'm like, the fuck? I'm sharing, like, showing love. You know what I mean? I'm not on that drama tip. I'm just saying, hey, baby's here, y'all. Like, whoop whoop.
Right.
Yeah.
But then like I try to like be like, hey bro, like I'm a fan, man. Like I'm not like no hate.
Right.
He blocks me.
He was on that defensive tip, like
yeah, he was on that super defensive tip, which I get to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know, but like Bones Dub right there. You know, I don't know how well you can see it.
Not very.
That's my boy. Bones Dub is my boy. You know what I mean? His whole crew, like the whole canonized posse, I'm down with all of them. You know what I mean? Fucking Saint Decay, from Mind Shot, you know, he had like a little side group with Bones, Mob. I'm down with all them dudes. Jay Dirty, like whenever Ninjas in Action Volume 2 comes out, you'll see like Canonized is all over that shit.
Yeah. Brooklyn says he's really angry with him because he tattooed his baby on his arm.
Right? Like AMB's got they got a show I think next Friday. I should show up with the fucking portrait of him and his fucking daughter like tatted on me, like, hey, remember me?
Yeah. TMZ, and get a TMZ up on top of it.
You want to sign it, bro?
That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Hell yeah.
That'd be funny though.
How's that mixtape coming along? I know everybody wants to hear an update on that.
It's been a constant fucking headache for the last few years, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I've literally I've invested thousands of dollars, not like 1,000, thousands of my own personal money into it.
Damn,
and I don't expect to get anything back out of it, you know?
Right.
But at the time that I was investing all the money, I had the money. I don't really have money right now, but so we've definitely like reached the end of budget, but it's coming along, man. Like one of the biggest headaches is this cipher we've been trying to put together for it. And getting everyone's tracks back for that. Mars had me waiting like 1.5 years for his verse, you know, and
which Mars, Z?
S.
All right.
Yeah, like he literally had us waiting like 1.5 years, and then I'm seeing shit drop with him and other people, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Hey, I'm gonna you want to just go ahead and refund me? Whenever I brought that up, do you want to just go ahead and refund me? He's like, oh, I'm in the studio tomorrow, bro. But it was a lot of shit like that. You know what I mean? Like trying to just work with all these different artists whenever they're not really taking you seriously, a lot of them.
Yeah. Yep.
But when this shit finally drops, like you guys will see, you know, there's you know, like Bones Dub, like he came correct with a full-length song that actually I kind of stole one of his songs that was supposed to originally, I think, drop for the Fresh 4. Whenever he was doing that thing.
He's walking around Matthew.
Hell yeah.
If you guys remember, there was a week there where he didn't drop a song. That's because CaliGreen came in and swooped that song, came in and bought that song.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be dropping, and we got actually I just edited a music video for that song, so you heard it here first.
Brooklyn said the new Lotus will come out before that mixtape.
Hey, motherfucker. It's coming, all right?
This is funny.
There's like a few verses that need to be finished up, and it's done. One of them is a verse that I got to do on this track with Geno Colt shit. And then TJ has a couple verses he's got to finish up, and then we just got to get the cipher properly mixed.
I know.
So really, that's about it, and it's done.
Cypher's
Cypher
as hell to put together, man. I know that.
Oh my god, I want to say there's 17 people on it.
Damn.
Like it's ridiculous.
How long is that?
Shit? I don't have I don't know if there's 17 people on it, but there's something like that on there. It's ridiculous. We got I want to say 5 tunnel runners, fucking Razakel, Hex rated from LSP. My homie Trip Vomit came correct with the fucking verse. He just dropped his verse like a week ago, and he's on the up and coming right now. He's getting ready to have a video drop on World Star.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just this whole mixtape, the Peace Beneath the Streets thing that's going on.
Yeah.
That's kind of the original concept for this mixtape. It was the Peace Beneath the Streets before there was that movement. Because we've been putting this album together for 3 years now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, you know what I mean? And then it's crazy. It's just crazy how it's finally coming together and it's finally going to see the light of day.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
DC said he wanted to throw down on that cypher, but Cali said hell no.
Hey, we told Scotty hell no too, so don't, He was like, I want to get on that. And we're like, nah. I wanted to get on it, bro. I've been sitting on the fucking beat for years. I've been wanting to get on it, and I told myself, fuck no.
Right. So, do you think Psychopathic's going bankrupt, like a certain bearded individual seems to think?
No. I mean, if they were going bankrupt, would Violent J be starting a side label just to put out mix CDs?
Right.
Exactly.
Fuck no.
You don't bring on a whole nother label when you're bankrupt. It just it doesn't work. Now, are they feasible? The thing is I don't think that Jay and Shags personally have a lot of money because it's all tied up.
Oh yeah.
It's all tied up in business.
Yeah.
The business itself, I think, is booming, but when it comes to them, I'm sure they're getting just enough to get by. You know what I mean? Whenever you take out house payments and cars, all that shit that they got, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck they got, but I know they ain't living in no fucking fifth wheel trailer like me over here. That's for sure.
Fucking Static.
He does, dude. He does too. Static look like motherfucker Mike from Cinemassacre. I never seen it before, but yeah, he kind of does, dude. Now that you said that.
Wow.
That'd be a dope get to get on the show, man. Either one of them.
Yeah.
Or both. But they're way too big for that shit. I don't know. We can email them and see, though. I bet Mike would come on. All right, guys. Don Chaos, shout out to you in the chat, brother.
What up, Chaos? Looking forward to that D Lyrical interview.
Yeah.
Shouts out to D Lyrical.
We're looking forward to having D Lyrical back on the show again.
Yeah, yes, we are.
Can't wait for that, Judd. Anytime, whenever.
Chaos has a fresh ass story that I don't think he's even fucking been public with yet. But that motherfucker was kicking it at D Lyrical's house after the gathering, from what I hear.
Nice.
What up with that shit, Chaos?
Damn, dog. Kicking it at his house? You guys like that?
I believe D Lyrical was from Columbus and stuff, so.
Yeah, they weren't far, but apparently, somehow Don Chaos ended up at his motherfucking house, and what up? How come you haven't talked about that shit?
Shit.
That's the type of shit juggalos want to hear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, right.
Roxy said she was.
Sorry, bro. I just totally put you on blast, Chaos. My bad.
Right? They were probably like saving that for some big reveal.
Yeah.
Callie just fucked it up.
What's like you say? He was did like some big ass interview or anything like that, but
You ought to told Dale, but man, sorry, but I'm gonna have my camera out. It's gonna be from my channel.
Right.
We're gonna be streaming this shit.
Right now.
Have you ever gone to a gathering?
I have. Me and my wife, like, we went to the 10th annual, and the story behind that, like, we were living in Indiana at the time. Right before my first kid was born, we moved to Indiana because, you know, living in LA and having a kid, that just doesn't make much sense, you know.
But having totally makes.
Yeah, right. Now we're not in LA right now, so.
Oh, right on.
But like, it didn't make sense, so we moved out there because that's where I'm originally from. I got a lot of friends and shit out there. But then after about 2 years in, we weren't really feeling it. So we were about to leave, and we pushed back like moving a week because the gathering was coming up. And since we were getting ready to move, we had to condense a bunch of our shit down. We sold a bunch of shit and got tickets for the gathering the day before the gathering that year.
Pick up all the plastic that you just left out there.
And I didn't drive at the time, so I got my grandma to fucking drive us to the state border.
Out there.
So she drives us to the border, drops us off in the middle of a fucking cornfield at like 1 a.m. and was like, all right, have fun. And we're stuck in the middle of fucking nowhere, like, all right, fuck it, let's start walking. And we're walking just with our fucking thumbs out, trying to hitchhike. Damn. And I had this like this big ass like window cling that I got when I worked at Hot Topic of a hatchet man. I'm just like walking, holding it, and some motherfucker speeds by us, all crazy, and we're like fucking crazy ass hicks. And then they fucking flipped a U-turn, come speeding, fucking past us again. We see him turn around again. We're like, what the fuck is going on? They stop and like hang out the windows like, you guys need a ride somewhere? We're like, yeah, we're trying to get to the gathering of the Juggalos. And they're like, where's it at? And we're like, somewhere called Cave in Rock, Illinois. I think we're going that way. Go ahead and hop in. Get in the car. Who's sitting in the passenger seat? Fucking Rude Boy.
Oh, nice.
No shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so me, my wife, and we had a homie with us. Like, we're all three fucking squeezed in the back with Lil Rudy, Rude Boy's son.
Yeah.
And I get in the car, and I just, like, I see Rude Boy, and I'm like, holy fucking shit.
DJ Carlito? Ain't that Rude Boy's son?
Yeah.
It wasn't DJ Carlito. I can't remember who the fuck was driving. It was one of the wrestlers, though. It was one of his wrestler homies.
Oh, yeah.
But, total fucking starstruck moment there, you know? Like, holy shit, I just got picked up by fucking Rude Boy. We had already been walking, like, you know, in the middle of fucking cornfields for an hour at that point.
Oh, yeah.
So, shout out to my grandma, you know what I mean, for dropping me off of a fucking cornfield.
Why?
Damn, Brooklyn. You should have told him that I've been fucking filming everybody smoking, man. It don't matter. Ain't nobody give a fuck.
No, we're Lockside. He really did. I watched that shit live because I told him to get a shout out to Rude Boy, and he started walking up to him, and Rude Boy was like, "Hey man, what you doing, man? Turn that shit off. I'm trying to kick it." He's like, "Are you TMZ, motherfucker?" And all of a sudden you see Brooklyn just shaking his head. No shout out. I was like, damn.
Damn, bro.
Hey, Brooklyn be kind of creepy though. Like I be watching his feeds whenever he's walking around though. He be creepy as shit, just walking up to people, not saying shit.
Yeah, he just walks right up to him.
And camera on, just people are like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
Nothing.
With that head shake.
That's great.
Yo, did you
It's
guys
fresh,
watch
though.
that?
Yeah,
Did you
but
watch that Ross TV cartoon, guys? The one with Not Slim in it.
no.
I put it in our chat the other day, last night.
Uh,
Fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh yeah. I seen it. I just haven't checked it out yet.
He's like, "I'm sorry, I yelled at everyone." That shit's funny. As fuck. Shouts out to Ross TV, man. That dude is hilarious.
Brooklyn, you can film me smoking anytime, bro. I don't give a shit. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, KJ Riddle said, "Shout out to Grandma." Whoop whoop, Kenneth, a Kentucky fan. Whoop whoop.
Seriously though, my grandma has fucking been a mad supporter of the fucking Juggalo within me since day one. You know, and she'll get like catch wind of like shows and shit, and like every year she hits me up like, "You gonna try and go to the gathering this year?"
Dude, that's so fucking awesome, man. Damn.
Like,
my grandma raised me and shit. She was a fucking Jehovah's Witness. So like I didn't get to go to shows when I was a kid until I was like 16.
My grandma was like pushing my mom to take me to shows. She's pushing my mom to take me to Juggalo shows, so you know. And then like anytime she catches wind about something going on in the Juggalo world, she'll hit me up about it.
Cool.
My hometown like is actually known for throwing, like they were known for throwing JCW events back in the day. Evansville, Indiana.
Oh hell yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah, you know that's where I was born and raised.
I'm 20 minutes away from South Bend, so.
Okay. All right, I know where you're at.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, but they threw like mad JCW events back in the day, like just free events, you know.
Nice.
And she'd always hit me up every time she knew something was going on. Even if I was all the way out here, she'd still be hitting me up.
Hell yeah. Brooklyn said insane poetry refers to you by your first name and shit.
And that's my dude too, but I'm still waiting on that song, bruh. It might have to end up on Ninjas in Action Volume 3.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Gremlin TV, sup?
Sup, Gremlin TV.
Cali.
What's up, Gremlin TV?
Whoa. Yeah. But yeah, Psycho Insane Poetry, that's my dude, man. I talk to him all the time on Facebook. He's getting ready to go on the tour with Scum. The two of them, MMMFD. And he was telling me they got a date close to my area, so I'll be there for sure.
Oh,
yeah. Hell yeah.
Be there for sure. You know, Callie will be in the house and most likely will be interviewing Insane Poetry, so it's in the works.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah, that's fresh.
Yeah. It'll be dope to finally meet that guy in person, you know. I've been a fan of his since before fucking LSP. Since before he joined on with them. Back when he was with the Sutter Kane is when I very first like started noticing him. He put out that Psycho Snuff Reels, the first version, not the one that's on LSP, but the original one where it was all fucking metal beats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit was so fucking ridiculously fresh. I still got to average from that. It's on my wall right now. But and then as a little kid, this record store we used to go to, they had a poster from his Grim Reality, like the first CD he ever put up. They had a poster of that on their fucking wall, like in a collage of posters.
Yeah.
So I used to see that shit all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck is Insane Poetry? And then, like, you know, one day I finally, like, you know, I got turned on to him. And I'm like, damn, I've been missing out.
I'm down with a lot of cats on Grim Reality. Spec
Right.
One and
Grim Reality.
yeah, Spec One. Fucking I don't remember who's the other dude, the real big dude that's on there.
The one that fucking they just put out the Team Guillotine with.
Yeah. And
Yeah. It's fucking early for me still.
I know.
I'm still waking
me
up.
too. I'm trying to think of the one dude's name though that I bumped the shit out of him. Like, he's the first person I ever heard of on Grim Reality.
Yeah.
I know who
He's
you're
got
talking about too, and I can't fucking
He's
why
got the
am I
goatee.
drawing a blank?
Yeah, he's got the goatee and
Yeah, that motherfucker. Shout out to him too.
yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
You know who we're talking about.
You know who we're talking about.
I'm almost done with my fucking rock star, and I'm still not waking up.
Oh,
You guys know who I mean. Dude from Grim Reality.
He's like the owner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Something G. It's just something G. God damn it. Like
No, it's not something G. Fuck. It's no. Anyways,
Sly's Wicked. JP the Hustler. Necro G. That's who I was thinking. Necro G.
Necro G.
Yeah.
That's not who's Team Guillotine though. That's not Team
No, but
Guillotine.
I'm talking
Necro
about
G
his-
though.
Yeah, he's on Grim
Necro
Reality.
G's fresh.
Like, yeah. Necro G.
But yeah,
is who I was trying to think of. I was like, something G.
I've been seriously though waiting on that Insane Poetry track for a while. It started out as it was supposed to be a collab. It was supposed to be him, me, and Panic
Nice.
on a track with my boy Justin Thane from Bloodtooth Records. And he basically just he took forever. I kept hitting him up and he's like, "Hey man, it's coming. And then the whole thing came out about him overcoming alcohol addiction. And he's like, "Man, I'm so sorry, brother." And he's like, "I know it's been a while." And I was like, "Hey man, if you're not feeling the track, it's all good." And it's like, "How about this? Since you've taken so long, what if we get an entire Insane Poetry track instead, you know?" And he's like, "You know what? I got you." So that's how it came to be a full track.
I remember the first time
But,
I heard Insane Poetry is their cassette was in a bargain bin at FYE, man, and I just grabbed it because I liked the way that it sounded. I was like, Insane Poetry, I wonder what that is. I don't even remember what cassette it was now, but it was only like $1 or $2, and I remember slapping that shit
hell yeah.
forever. I wish I still had that shit. You know how cassettes are. They're gone, like they disappear.
Oh, I was still bumping cassettes in my old car.
Hell yeah.
I was still bumping the fuck out of cassettes. I got a ghetto blaster around here somewhere too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I pull that thing out every once in a while. I'll throw a cassette in there, you know.
Yeah. Like I was just telling everybody last week at Goodwill, I picked up one of them karaoke machines with the double cassette.
Hell yeah.
$8, dude. I was like, ooh. This one doesn't have any inputs on it though. You could only input this through the mic jack. So I was like,
But yeah, I got my ghetto blaster around here somewhere, and then I have like one of those cassettes, you know, where you plug in your MP3 player or whatever.
Yep, the little adapter deal.
Yeah, but that's what I was using on my old car because it didn't have it had a CD player, but the CD player was a piece of shit, and it was I used to drive a '97 Celica,
Oh hell yeah!
So it didn't have an aux, you know.
Yeah.
It didn't have an outlet for an aux. So I had one of those cassettes. I really missed that car. That was the car of my dreams, and it was a fucking punching bag, man, for real
Ran
though.
forever, didn't it?
Oh, bro, the thing was solid as fuck, and then some bitch had to fucking, you know, come flying at me. Fuck that shit up. I'm still going through I'm still doing epidural treatments and shit for my back from that.
Damn, dude.
That happened in January. That happened January 8th.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
So.
Damn, she must hit you fucking hard, huh?
Oh my God. All right. So the one thing about California, there's a few things about California actually, but motherfuckers out here don't know how to drive in the rain at all. And this bitch comes flying around a corner that's supposed to be like a 35-mile-an-hour corner. She comes flying around there going at the very least 50 in the rain and fucking spun out. I come to a complete stop and her car just comes flying at me. Boom! My shit catches on fire. I got my wife, all 3 kids in the car. Thankfully, the rain put out the fire.
That's good.
Get outside. Get outside.
Both of our doors are jammed shut. I fucking jump out the now shattered window. Fucking pry my door open. Fucking, you know, get the baby out of there. Get everyone out of the fucking vehicle, but it was done. It was done. That car took a fucking beating.
Yeah, no shit. They do though.
It had been told. The car was totaled out twice.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, my kids still talk about it. Like, Dad, you gonna fix the red car? It's like, no, the red car's gone. I'm like, I miss it. And I'm like, I miss it too.
Right.
I miss it too. That was the car of my dreams. 20th edition collector series. It's all good though. Another one will fall into my lap one day. This time it won't be red because apparently red cars are more prone to getting hit.
Yeah, right.
Something about it. Like it got ran over once while it was fucking parked. That was the first time it was totaled out.
Damn.
Fucking Dodge Ram 2500 decided to fucking just run over the front end of it. Fucking first day we opened at my job. They totaled that shit out. I didn't have a bumper for like 6 months from that shit.
That's crazy shit.
And now I drive a passed down to me Honda Civic that has like a big ass, like, all right, the front end of my car, right? It has an eagle portrait painted on it, but it was the first time that the person who did it had done a decal on a car, and it has these fat ass like fucking turkey legs, and it doesn't look like an eagle. We call it a teagle, a turkey eagle. So I got this big ass like fucking ugly ass turkey eagle on the front of my car.
Who painted that shit on there?
It was all right. It was, I don't know what I call them. I'll just call them my grandparents. It's my mom, my stepdad's parents. It was their daughter's husband.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to start a decal business, and that was the guinea pig car.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
What is that noise? Jesus.
Got the Brandywine calendar.
Yeah, maybe one of these days, like I'll show it off in a video because it's pretty fucking hilarious. Everyone can see me coming from a mile away because of that thing.
Hell yeah.
Because of that turkey leg eagle.
Yeah, that turkey-legged eagle. To make things worse, it has like fucking feathers coming out the bottom of it that look like turkey feathers.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Sounds like it.
But still, that's my car. You know, it is what it is. Speakers in it suck ass.
I bet.
They all blown out.
Oh man.
The ones in mine are.
No, they're not blown out. They're just, you know, like whenever I plug in the aux, I can't hear shit. Put on a CD, you know what I mean? Like the shit's, you know, it's decent, but that Celica, man, those speakers were so fucking fresh.
Hell
I should have ripped those bitches out of there. Fucking should have ripped them out of there with a quickness and kept them.
Blown out like Fat Man socks.
Hell
As a DC said. I seen all that merch DC got at the gathering. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, dude.
Your gathering will have you bankrupt real fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking day one, you know what I mean? And then you got the rest of the gathering like, hey man, can I get some of those chips?
Yeah, right. You go eat that hot dog, homie?
I see you got a couple bites left.
I see.
Yeah, like when we went to the gathering, we straight scrubbed it. We had nothing more than backpacks full of shit. We had no fucking money at all. Like at all. We walked in there with like, I want to say like $50 or some shit like that, and it was gone immediately.
Oh yeah.
We just scrubbed it. I remember we were waiting for fucking Violent J's fucking barbecue. We're waiting days for that shit. Like yeah. In 2 days, we can have a hot dog handed to us by Violent J.
Right. ICP are marketing geniuses because you pay $30 for a shirt, then it gets destroyed by Fago in the same day, right?
Right.
Hell yeah.
Hey, on some real shit though, I came up on some fresh ass merch at the gathering because we were at the fucking showers and motherfuckers straight their shit is so fucking drenched in Fago and shit. They don't even want the fucking clothes after they're done, and they're like, "Fuck it, leaving this shit here." And like straight up, like I got a Psychopathic Ridas shirt that the fucking janitor like fucking threw in the trash, and I was like, you know what? I'll take that.
Right.
I came up on like two. I came up on that and a pair of like Great Malenko shorts.
Thanks.
Oh hell yeah.
No, Riddlebox. My bad. The fucking patch is all like worn the fuck off on them now. It's not. They're not even shit anymore. But yeah, that shit got thrown in the fucking trash. And I'm like, I'll take that shit.
I hear it.
I know, man. Like I remember going to shows back in the day and shit, and fucking like you would see people just throw their old shirts that they were wearing in the trash and shit, put on the new one. Like that shit would always happen. I'm like, damn, is that a 3X? I don't got that one.
Like the Rider shirt I got, it's big as fuck. I still rock the fuck out of it though.
Hell yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'll rock anything from a small to a fucking 2-3X. I don't give a fuck.
Damn, KJ. He
Oh,
spent
yeah,
more money on merch than he did on rent every month. That's crazy, dude.
That's the gathering life, though. That's why I can't be about that life.
Right?
That I can't do it.
Yeah.
I wish I could, but I can't be about that life. You know, I got responsibilities.
Hell yeah.
And
that's one of the things that. That's one of the things that fresh story from whenever I went, to the gathering. Whenever we're riding there and, Rude Boy's talking to us, he found out that we had a 2-year-old son, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing going to the gathering? You have a 2-year-old son, bro. And it's like, it needs to be about family, man. Like, you basically said, fuck the gathering, man. It's all about family. And I'm like, well, you know what, man? We're getting ready to move out to California. And this is probably the only opportunity we have to do this. So let my grandma have a little bit of time with the kid before we're gone. And we go to the gathering, and that's that,
Yeah.
But that's something that always stuck with me. He's like, family first. And he ain't talking about like Juggalo family. He's talking about like immediate family. You know what I mean? And
Right.
Oh man,
it's something that always stuck with me.
Yeah, I was told the same shit when I got married, but I don't agree with it, man. Like, as long as your shit's taken care of, like, yeah, definitely make sure they're taken care of. But as long as their shit's good, they're somewhere good, then fucking you would deserve a break. You know what I mean? Go, fucking have fun. There ain't no such thing as not being able to go have fun just because you got kids. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
Yeah, like fuck that shit. I believe you gotta make sure they're taken care of before you do anything else. But yeah.
Hey, for real,
Yeah.
But like nowadays, my grandma couldn't watch my kids. She couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And my mom, like, and her husband, they can hardly do a fucking day. They could hardly do a day with 2 kids, and now there's gonna be 4.
Right.
Like they don't even know what to do with a baby.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time since my mom's had to change a diaper.
Yeah. 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 I get that shit for real. It's been a long time since I had to change one too. My kids are old now. 13 and
Yeah.
11.
My youngest just turned 1 exactly a week ago.
Wow.
So
What's that?
know all about that diaper life, unfortunately.
Hell yeah.
There's one right next door to Pizza Transit.
How old are you anyway?
I'm 31.
31.
Yeah, you look like you should be in, like 20s or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that a lot, especially whenever I shave. Whenever I'm completely shaved, like I sometimes like, I still get carded everywhere I go. Doesn't matter where the fuck I'm at.
Yeah, when I first heard you had like 3 kids, I thought, damn, he got 3 kids at that young age.
Where was I? Like I was somewhere, and it somehow came up that baby number 4 was on the way, and it's like, how old are you? Like you don't look like you're old enough to be having 4 kids and a vasectomy.
Yeah, no shit.
Did the vasectomy hurt?
It was just more of an awkward thing, my balls were swollen like a motherfucker after, but having this fucking gay Asian dude fucking feeling up on your nutsack isn't the greatest feeling in the world.
Right? Dude, that's just
It was
crazy.
dumb.
You got the vasectomy and then found out your wife was pregnant and shit, dude. That's crazy.
Hey, one more, you know what I mean? One last one.
Right.
I'm
ride and shit.
hoping we hit the gold and it's twins. Honestly.
Oh, man, don't want her to hear that shit.
Fuck it. Let's strike gold this time.
Yeah.
We got a boy, or we got 2 boys now and a girl. Let's hit twins. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. I'm already gonna have to upgrade my fucking house and vehicle.
Right?
Which that's the next thing. We went and talked to a loan officer for like, you know, fucking what's the next step to like getting a house, like doing a mortgage.
Yeah.
Which is actually in California, it's cheaper to like fucking mortgage a house than it is to pay rent. So
yeah, I mean that's how it is pretty much anywhere nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Like if we were to get a house, it'd be roughly like payments of $850 a month. Yeah. Whereas, and that'd be for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And if you get like a 2-bedroom apartment, you're looking at like $1,200.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy. You know, what we got right now, we own.
That's
right.
What's up. Yeah, beat
like
that.
I own this. You know, it's a 5th-wheel trailer. It's just enough room for us right now. You know what I mean? But we fucking own it.
Right.
Holy shit, yeah.
I got that same hat you got in the background too, that ICB hat.
Yeah.
Oh. That old ass thing.
Yeah, I got that same old ass hat.
I can't even wear it anymore, man. It's got that weird ass fucking sun fade to it underneath the bill where it looks like a big ass cum stain.
Yep. Oh yeah, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't even wear it anymore. I can't do it.
Damn, dude. That's what's up.
Wore the fuck out of that thing.
Yeah, bro, this hat pretty much everywhere I go.
Damn, 1,200 for Colorado.
See, I think I got somewhere between 30 to 50 hats.
Yeah, I got a shitload myself, man. Hats are my shit.
Yeah.
And the focus
yeah, you know, and like, I have so many, and one of the good things about it is they last forever because I only wear them a few times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas that old ass hat, god damn. Which one are you talking about? I got 2 back there that I can't wear.
I'm talking about the green, the one where they're all.
Oh yeah, that bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Jesus
I saw the thing up on the museum, and I was thinking about rebuying it because I love that hat.
Yeah, it's dope. It's a dope ass hat.
I want to rock the fuck out of it, but yeah, they both have that fucking cum stain on them.
Oh man. Oh,
damn, shit. Chaos. That's 110 a month for an apartment.
Damn.
That's got to be a misprint.
Yeah.
Hey, it's doable, but you're going to be living in some ghetto ass areas. I've done it.
Yeah, where I live, like in the bad part of Flint, you can find one for like $300 a month, I think. But that's as low as I can find. That's ghetto.
Yeah, we got some of them income-based apartments over here too.
Hell yeah.
Like we've lived in a few of those. You know what I mean? And the last one we lived in was the last one I will ever live in. We lived in Laughlin, Nevada for a minute. And yeah, we lived in like the one ghetto they had there. This place called Riverwood Apartments, Section 8, you know, and like it took us like 2 days to get in there.
Yeah.
And we were paying like $100, you know what I mean, plus utilities, and that was it. And yeah, it was all good until my upstairs neighbor got stabbed on my door 6 times in the lung.
Oh, goddamn.
Damn.
On my door while I was on the other side of the door. You know, it was all good until then.
Right. Everything was cool until then.
Yo, man.
Until a dude got stabbed on my door.
We got an apartment complex here in Flint that the cops won't even go into. If somebody gets hurt or something, they take them out to the road. The cops won't go in there. They're fucking scared. That's crazy.
You see, like, there's certain areas of LA where cops don't enter. And the jungles, you know.
Yeah.
And like I used to walk through those areas.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
like like whenever I first moved to LA, my mom was like all scared, you know, like we lived in a gated community area, like right down the street from Universal Studios, and then she realized she can't afford that shit, and then we ended up in Hollywood, where it's ghetto as fuck. And then I met my wife, and she lived in downtown LA, and I started going over there, and yeah, that shit was crazy. Seen some crazy shit there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Like I used to walk through there all juggaloed out, you know what I mean? And like with like the like recent shit coming out with like apparently, you know, juggalos holding their own against MS-13. I don't know if I could walk through some of those areas that I used to walk through like that, you know what I mean? Because where we used to live there, we were in between MS-13 and 18th Street turf. Like we were technically on 18th Street side, but like it was a fucking war zone right there. So like the next apartment complex over from us was 18th Street Safe House for when you first get out of jail.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if I could do that anymore because, like, you know, if information like that gets out, it's like, oh, that's one of those juggalos. You know, they used to be cool with me back in the day. I don't know how it would be anymore.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They used to, like, honestly, though, like, they used to always crack jokes when they'd see me walking down the street because I wore trip pants back in the day, you know, and, like, fucking kickwear and shit. And they'd be like, watch out for that motherfucker who carries a Tommy gun in his pants.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why else would you wear pants that fucking big?
Trip pants and shit.
Oh,
You know?
I miss them trip pants, man. I used to wear the shit out of those, boys.
oh shit.
I still have some. I wear them as shorts these days. You know what I mean? I don't rock the full pants usually anymore,
Right.
but
You remember how you
every
had to
once in a while I'll bust them out.
like you had to wash both the legs and there every time because then like when you turn them back into pants, like that one part, the bottom part would be all dark and shit. And the
Right.
shorts would be all faded.
What I remember is living in Indiana and like fucking weather change and walking around in that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking suck.
Yeah.
Try walking through the snow, you know what I mean, in a pair of trip pants.
Yeah. Yep. The whole bottom of them legs would be soaked.
Yeah, and like, you know, it just the water just has to touch the bottom part, and the next thing you know, you're up to your knees and fucking, oh my god,
Yeah.
just weighing you the fuck down. That's some straight fucking like training shit right there.
Hell yeah. So what'd you move to Cali for? Just cause you're tired of Indiana, or?
So we ended out here because whenever I was in middle school, when I was in the 8th grade, right before I started 8th grade, my mom was working for Hot Topic at the time. She'd worked there for years, and she fucking she got transferred from Evansville to what's the name of that town, that city? Up north.
Brooklyn says he moved because he did like the name Indiana Green Too Fresh.
Yeah, right. Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Indiana Too Fresh, right? There's a funny story there too with the name, because I actually got the name CaliGreen in Indiana. But Fort Wayne, we moved to Fort Wayne right before I started the 8th grade. Hot Topic, you know, moved us out there, and they told my mom that if she could turn the store around, because it was like their Hot Topic there was fucking shit. They told her she could turn the store around in a year that they'd move her to California. Well, by the time like that year came up and she had turned the store around, she had a new district manager at that point. And whenever she brought up, the fact that she wanted to transfer to California, they started giving her shit. And next thing you know, they fired her for no reason. So I moved in with my grandma back in Evansville, and my mom moved out to California to kind of get shit set up. And the person she moved in with was actually Carla from the Butcher Babies.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So she moved in with her, got a job at Spencer's, got her shit together, and then moved me out there.
Nice.
So, and then the name CaliGreen, I was during the time that me and my wife had moved back to Indiana. I had ended up in jail for 3.5 months for stealing a jacket from Walmart. I can't remember the name of the city that I was in, but we were on our way to a Cottonmouth Kings concert. I bought everyone in the fucking vehicles tickets, and the reason I bought all the tickets was because the homie was like, I'll drive us there. He didn't tell me that he just bought the car 2 weeks prior, and he only paid $500 for the fucking vehicle, and the thing took a shit on us on the way.
Damn, dude.
I fucking got cold. I got cold, stole a jacket from Walmart. Bonded out, and then I wasn't able to make the court appearance. The very next day, I got fucking picked up by undercovers. 2 undercovers came, picked me up, took me to county border. They tried giving me a fucking double felony for a stolen jacket.
Oh damn.
Damn.
The fuck?
Yeah, failure to appear turned it into a felony.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a fucking.
So I had to pay all this fucking money for a lawyer and shit, and had to technically plead insanity because during the time, like, I was on medication where there was a change in my medication. I wasn't in the right state of mind when I stole the jacket.
Yeah, right.
So I got off with 3.5 months. But while I was locked up, I was dreading my hair, and they were green dreads.
Oh shit.
And I was locked up with this guy. His name was DJ Jones Capone. Come to find out, he was in a band with my uncle in the late 70s, early 80s. He was in a punk rock band with my uncle. And he dubbed me CaliGreen because my hair looked like collard greens, and I had all these stories from Cali. So that's how the name CaliGreen came to be.
Hell yeah.
Got that shit while you were locked up and shit.
Got it out, got it fucking tatted across the arm, and fucking been rocking it since. And then, like, the Too Fresh part, that came out of people calling me Dougie Doug. Dougie Fresh, Dougie Doug. And I was like, there's already a Dougie Fresh, and like, so it turned into Too Fresh.
Hell yeah. That Hell Cellar insert, I was hoping it would have little stories about the tracks in it inside of it, but I was kind of... That
would have been fresh. Yeah. That would have been fresh. I mean, like, think about it, though. All right, I want to point something out, right? They put that together, apparently, in, like, a week or so's time, right?
Yeah.
All right. Check it. Every single one of the CDs that they pressed are a regular, traditional, like, store-bought style CD, right? But for some reason, M&E can't fully supply their artists with that style CDs. And, you know, you got like the new A and B that came out, and they have the, that's the, what do they call it? Those are the limited edition ones or whatever. Like the fucking burned ones.
Yeah.
Come on now.
They're collectibles now.
Oh,
come on now. Y'all took a shortcut. It was cheaper, and you guys took a fucking shortcut.
Well, yeah, dude. That's what it sounds like.
Psychopath that got those CDs pressed up in a week's time.
What up, Danny boy?
What's up, Danny boy?
Bankrupt, though, fam.
What up, though? Whoop whoop. Who all we got in the chat right now?
Shit, we got Brooklyn, Danny Boy, Chaos Clown,
Roxy,
Little Max, Danny Boy, Lightbot's in the motherfucking chat.
Yeah, hell yeah, always. DC Fago guy was in there, but that's about it.
What up, motherfuckers?
Nipples. Yeah, nipples.
I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that DC's in a better place these days. I want to throw that out there because, you know, he was in a funk for a minute there. I'm glad to see him like active and doing shit. You know, like
fuck yeah, dude.
That's my boy right there for real though. Yeah. You know, like
hell yeah.
Big shout out to DC, man.
Yeah, we got nothing but love for DC.
Nothing but love.
You know, like him and TJ had their little fucking, you know, animosity stint there, but it's all squashed. You know what I mean? I'm happy for that shit because I was kind of stuck in the middle of it.
I bet you.
Not gonna lie, I was stuck in the middle of that. You know, I'm like the peacekeeper for Carnival Spirits.
Right.
And when all this twisted shit started popping off, you know what I mean? Me and Don Chaos are like holding it down for the peacekeepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get all the Carnival Spirits ninjas on our show, man. We're pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Panic.
Well, we got mad love for you guys. We got mad love for y'all.
We got mad love for y'all.
Yes, we do.
We're trying to get Panic, Shawnzy. Well, Shawnzy was on for like 10 minutes one time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Panic. That's another one of my dudes, you know. We have like a little musical group, kind of. We do Dopamine. That's the name of like our little thing. Like we haven't really gone too far with it. We did one song for Ninjas in Action Volume 1. The other song that we're doing, it's probably not going to make the cut for Ninjas in Action Volume 2. So it'll be on 3, but.
You got to put 2 out first.
I know, right? Hey, for real though, like 2 is fucking. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Just from hearing from some of the shit you've been telling us about, it sounds fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Booker says I told DJ to put a Vaseline on his camera. Hypnotic, but I see you put too much on.
The focus is fucked up. I don't know why, dude. I tried to fix it. I think it's because it fell too many times. It's probably broke.
Oh shit. Big Morph 204.
Oh hell yeah, Big Morph.
What's happening?
Sounds like Big
I
Morph.
don't see you. Where the hell are you?
What up, though? Whoop whoop.
There we go. Look at that.
Hell yeah. Send me a message. Say, come on, man. You know I'm in here. That's what's up. 2 boops for Big Morph.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get up on here and do this for a while, you know? Like, I'm glad we could finally make it happen.
Yeah,
man. My schedule's all fucked, you know?
And you're out on the West Coast, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like whenever you told me what time you guys come on, I'm like, ooh, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, my time.
We was ready to go on Needle if you needed it.
Yeah.
Oh no, man, like it's all good. It's all love.
Hell yeah.
I've got a couple sips left of my Rockstar, you know. We kicking it.
Hell yeah.
It's my day off today, so you know.
How many members does Carnival Spirits have right now, anyway?
Fuck. If you count all the inactive members,
it's like 18, ain't it?
It's something ridiculous. I don't even know if I can name everyone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like off the top of my head, like you got me. You know, Brooklyn's on the crew. We got Beastmaster, Don Chaos, Mac and Hose, Panic, Miss Jinx, fucking Big Irish Juggalo, Scotty Two Balls.
Hell yeah.
Fucking
Awesome
we
homies.
just announced Blaze the motherfucker.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like
Ghetto Freak Show. We're at 11 right there. Shanzi,
Snaps.
Yeah.
That's 13.
They're all the homies,
That's like
though,
13.
man. Every last one of them motherfuckers.
There's a few people too, you know what I mean, who like we've had a few people fall off.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I've been part of the Carnival Spirits crew since the very, very get-go, you know.
Hell yeah.
I remember like whenever, you know, I first got into the YouTube community, I was part of like 5 or 6 collab channels. I was part of a shitload of them. And then Scotty put out the thing for like that he wanted to start Spirits of the Dark Carnival. And I hit him up immediately. I was just going through like old emails, and I found the email that I sent to him originally. And he's like, hell yeah, I'd love to have you on. So like in the beginning, it was me, Beastmaster, Scotty, Don Chaos. Those are like the 4 original crew members.
4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's our 4 horsemen right there. Yeah. And then there was a moment where Scotty fell off. You know, he was in a funk, and he hadn't been active for a really long time. And he hit me and TJ up, and he's like, "You know what? I'm giving Carnival Spirits to you guys." And I was so fucking honored, you know, and couldn't believe it, you know what I mean, that he's passing it down like that. And me and TJ, like, you know, took over for the most part, and then Scotty started getting active again from out of nowhere. And I'm glad he's back too, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad, you know, that dude right there, he takes a lot of L's.
Yeah, right.
For real though. That dude takes L after L, and like he's still fucking grinding.
It's like I told my man TJ when he was on here, man. I was like, dude, like every Saturday is like that's like this. Like that's how this came about. Like watching that. It's like, man, I want to do
hell
that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to do. That's, I mean, we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for y'all. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What's that?
We wouldn't even be here. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, that's real. Like, like if it wasn't for y'all,
every Saturday afternoon in the beginning, like I was all up in that shit, and then something changed one fucking day, and I was no longer able to get in the Hangouts, and I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. And it's like, why the fuck? I would click the link on my phone, and then it would take me to the Google Play Store, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. What the hell's going on? Then I found out that it's because my phone is connected to like the Facebook Messenger.
Oh.
So what I have to do is you take the link, you fucking text it to yourself, and you open it up like that. And like like you gotta like actually open it up like outside of Facebook Messenger. And I found that out like a few months ago or whatever. And yeah. I'm so fucking happy I figured that shit out because it was killing me. I'd be watching, McEnhoe's like he somehow would get this special fucking link that none of us can figure out how to get. And he would fucking send it to us and I could get in that way. So if McEnhoe's was in there, I could get in there. But when he wasn't in there, I couldn't get in there. It was pissing me the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be sitting there like watching ESA with all this fucking animosity, like I should be in this bitch.
Right? I don't want to be in the chat. I want to be in.
I'm in chat, and I'm like, motherfuckers. Where's that fresh link I can get in through?
Right. Yeah, that's for sure a fact. Like watching that, I was like, man, we could do some shit like that. Like.
I remember watching some of your guys' like earlier shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like me and TJ felt it. We're like, this looks like what we're doing on every Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we're doing. Like biting straight jackers. Like we just do it 3 days a week is all. Like.
Yeah.
Which it's all love.
Hell yeah.
We have plans to like move up with every Saturday afternoon. Actually, we're gonna, like usually it's just a hangout every Saturday, but we want to switch it up a bit. We want to start doing new things with it. So because there's some weeks where just there's not much to talk about.
I was just gonna say that we go through that. We go through that same shit.
Yes, we do.
And
sometimes we just don't have anything to say.
We have some ideas. You know what I mean? We have some ideas that have been brewing. Actually, there's some ideas that have been brewing for a few years. One of the things I want TJ to get on, and I'll talk about it here. We got the Carnival Spirits website, which is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like the Juggalo database. You know what I mean? Like anything you want to know about psychopathic records or, anything like connected, you go on, like you want to find out something, you know what I mean? You go on there and you fucking find that shit out.
Right.
TJ had this fresh idea. His like, what if like while we do a hangout, I stream me building the website, and we could get the chat connected in with it. So like while we're fucking streaming, people can be like, oh, this happened around that time, and like get interactive with people so that everybody can help us build the website. So that's something we thought would be dope. And I want TJ to get on that shit,
Hell yeah.
See, like I got my laptop, but the thing is, I technically don't have internet. I use my hotspot to get on the internet.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah, between me and my wife, we get 16 gigs of hotspot a month, which is enough for us to, stream our TV shows.
Yeah, right.
And that's what we use it for. Yeah. Other than that, everything, the phone nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We over here scrubbing,
Oh, yeah.
Crazy though, too, man. Like if you'd have told me like 5 or 6 years ago you could use your phone to fucking, you know what I mean? Like you could use your phone to watch fucking TV. I'd be like, you're crazy, man.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, how's that gonna work? And the phone screen's too small. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like I told this story before, man. I remember my buddy was in the Navy, and he was in Japan and shit.
Fucking Brooklyn.
And he brought home one of them. Trying to find the bottom half of his camera, right?
Danny said he's creeping away like a ninja.
And he had a cell phone with a camera on it and shit. And every time he took a picture, it was like, say cheese, like in a little Japanese accent and shit. Like, and I was like, dude, that's crazy, dude. Your cell phone has a camera on it? That's nuts, man. Like, a couple years later, they had him here. Like, that was crazy. I was like, that's crazy. Like, your phone has a camera on it? Like,
right? I remember when, like, teenagers having phones, I was like, oh no. Like, you have to be like, you You have to be rich to have a phone. What are you talking about? Who has a cell phone?
I remember my cousin had a car phone, and it was all big and shit.
Yeah, the brick.
Antenna. Yeah, and it had the antenna on the back of the car and shit.
Right. Remember,
use it in the car, like.
I remember back in the day, whenever like cell phones were first coming out, the fucking brick, and I remember Master P. He had his own fucking cell service.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like no limit connections or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like you get the fucking advertisement for it in the fucking album covers.
Yeah, and you're like, "What is this?
What is this?" Right?
Brooklyn said something. He said something about my fucking microphone, and my microphone went out.
Yeah, right. He's controlling your shit. Josh got his camera for half price, he said.
He said he left his camera next to my fucking mic, and then my mic cut out. As soon as he fucking said that.
Callie, I know you had to wish that you was a part of that DCG con fucking every Saturday afternoon. That shit was lit, bro.
Oh my god. That was yeah. That was one of the greatest every Saturday afternoons, I gotta say. Like that shit was so fucking lit.
Yeah, I was watching that. I was like, oh my god. I was like, everybody's on this bitch.
I was watching that shit actually while I was at work.
I know, me too.
It was a slow night at work, and I'm like just chilling there, just fucking kicking it, watching it. Like I went back by the dish pit, and I'm just like kicking it there, just watching that shit with my headphones on, just like, you motherfuckers.
Right. And so I was the same way watching that shit. I was like, fuck y'all. You motherfuckers.
I was originally supposed to go to DCG Con, but like everything I got going on like prevented that.
Shit happened.
And oh my god, man. Yeah, so it was disappointing to not be able to go. But I'm glad everybody went, everybody had fun, Don Chaos, this is his fucking year for real though,
Yeah, he's going for it all. And now he's going to Hollow Wicked and shit.
Yeah, like that'll be the third time him and TJ come in contact this year alone.
Yeah. Shouts out to Don Chaos, man. He's the first Carnival Spirits member we had on the show.
What up, though, Don Chaos?
There's been nothing but love ever since, man.
Hell yeah. I remember that episode. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember TJ's.
TJ's is monumental, man. Like, that shit is... Like, TJ's just what I expected him to be, man. Like, all for real. Like, he's just one of the coolest fucking juggalos out there, bro. Like, I knew it, too. Like, I knew he was going to be like that. Like, well...
I can't tell you how many times me and TJ have been on the phone for, like, just fucking hours at a time. Like, I was just talking to him, yesterday or the day before. Like, we talk, like, probably 3 days out of the week. Like, 2-3 days out of the week. Just on phone conversations, not, like, hangouts or anything like that. And, man, we talk so fucking much. That's, like, I can't wait for the day I finally get to meet him in person. Like, even though we've never met in person, like, that's the homie, you know what I mean? One of my fucking best homies, Yeah,
that's how me, Warlockside, Josh are. We're like close as fuck. We ain't ever met, but in person, we talk every single fucking day, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like we're like best friends and shit. And that's how that's how it should be, man.
Right? Yeah. Internet is a crazy fucking place. Who would have thought that, Who would have thought AOL fucking would turn into this?
Right.
I remember those days having like, homies on AOL and MSN Messenger or whatever the fuck.
Fucking what was that one? ICQ. Remember that shit?
Yeah. I remember that shit. Like I remember fucking, AOL, the fucking old fucking, the connecting thing. And whenever you're on the fucking internet, no one can call you.
Right. Then like back in the AOL days, like your mom picked up that phone, it was over.
Yeah, she picked up the phone. Next thing you know, you're kicked off.
Right.
I remember waiting like fucking 10, 15 minutes for a page to load. Click a page, go fucking play a video game for 10, 15 minutes, keep looking over your shoulder, see if the page like is loaded yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how far we've come along.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Sure is, man.
I mean, we're still far away from the flying cars, you know what I mean? But still.
Hell yeah. Roxy says, most profound love to all the carnival spirits.
What up, though?
Hell yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah, man, we seen some TJ's shit. Had representing the fucking Dark Carnival Network. That shit's dope, dude. Fuck
Bro, his
yeah.
tattoo is so fucking ridiculous. It's so...
Fuck yeah.
That shit is so ridiculously fresh. I'm jealous.
Hell yeah.
Somebody picked up the phone on my end, kicked me off and shit.
We got dial up on me?
Apparently.
She's about to get dialed up.
I was like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Right. I was trying to
You know,
figure
I'm not
it
going to get no coffee.
Does AOL even exist anymore?
out. I don't know.
It seems like it used to, and I think they just killed it.
Remember they used to have little more gift cards for like 30 days of the internet or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah, but then you go get a magazine and get a new one out and shit.
Yeah.
Got
Yep.
a new Game Informer. Get that discount.
Yep.
I remember going over on the 30 days and my mom calling and being like, hey, I'm not paying for this. And they're like, well, you signed up for blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I didn't. My 10-year-old son did.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
we'll take that charge off immediately.
Yeah, right. Took like 2 days to download a song and shit.
Yeah.
God.
Dude, you remember them old fucking BMG music things?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I ordered so many CDs, man.
Yeah, that's how
My
I got
mom
them.
fucking got the bill. Oh, she wrote them a letter. I was underage to make a contract, so they had to fucking drop it all. They contracted with like a 14-year-old. They had a couple ICP CDs I was getting from there.
Hell yeah.
The Bazaar was on there, I think. Fucking, I don't remember, dude. There's a lot.
I remember that shit. I remember like Circus Magazine and shit like that. They had the advertisements for like, you know, T-shirts. Like
Yeah.
fucking page, and it shows all the different T-shirts you could order. Man, it's crazy.
Getting Stone Temple Pilots core CD with that shit, with that BMG.
Oh hell yeah!
That's a classic. That album is great, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's the shit. Oh, man. That is the shit. Yeah, man, it's a good day. Sit back and smoke, chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good day to sit back, eat some chili. That's what I'm about to do in a little bit.
Chili.
Smelling it. I'm ready to eat that shit.
Are you eating fucking Wolf's Crockpot chili? Wolf's Big Bad Wolf. Crockpot chili. Hell yeah.
Callie, can I book you for my new show, Stories from the
Heavy breathing.
Yeah, because we're
podcast?
changing our name, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew we're changing it.
Oh
It's Tales
damn!
of the Heavy.
I'm down. Fuck it. I'm down.
Tales from the Heavy Breathing Podcast.
Welcome.
Chuck gave us our name last night.
Yeah, Chuck told us that last night. He's a little upset.
He was?
You know,
Spamming his chat.
You know, before Chuck ever got into actually like being online, you know, like trying to do his thing, broadcasting on YouTube and shit, he actually apparently talked about it with TJ, and TJ tried talking him out of it like a year before he started doing it. He's like, "Oh, you don't want to do that." And I think TJ actually put out like TJ was doing the videos for a while, like 17 things, you know, the 17 list. He put out a video called like 17 reasons to not be a Juggalo YouTuber. And that was, I believe, that was directed towards Chuck.
Hell yeah.
Because, you know, the two of them, they go way back.
Yeah. They like live in the same town and shit, right?
Yeah, like they were on fuck. What was the name of that? They were on a label together. Oh,
okay.
Back in the day. And it's killing me that I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Was it the Backpack?
So I remember. I know the fucking logo.
Was it that Backpack Cypher label? I don't remember the name of it though.
Fuck, man. The one like the logo. It's like that little fucking hooded guy, and he's like this, doing this thing. Fucking TJ actually made the logo for them.
Oh yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about too. It's that
fucking
shit all over again.
True story. Fucking TJ is the reason that like Mad Max lives where he lives.
Really?
Because Mad Max was part of that label. Yeah, he got Mad Max to like come out and do a show, and Max ended up like fucking joining on with the label. Fucking moved out to that area, and apparently like TJ has a bunch of fucking lost Mad Max tracks that he never fucking released.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah. He has like he has some verses and shit for songs they're supposed to do together that, you know, were never fucking dropped. But and you know, like they were still like kind of cool or whatever. But I don't know, man. Apparently, like not that long ago, like Max and Chuck were like, you know, talking about like fucking killing off TJ or something and hiding the body and shit.
Oh,
like
no shit.
On Facebook. Yeah, some shit like that popped off. I can't remember what the fucking situation was. Oh yeah, it's because TJ wore that fucking CPN shirt.
Oh yeah.
He wore that CPN shirt at DCG Con, and Chuck saw that and he got all fucking offended. And Mad Max jumped in the chat and was like, you know, talking about how he'll help hide the body. So I don't know, man. There's some weird shit going on there, which sucks because I've been a fan of Mad Max's music for a while.
Yeah,
like
I've never heard that dude. I've seen him on Chuck's shit, but I've never heard his.
Oh, bro, his old kids. All his shit's pretty fucking fresh when it comes to the music. When it comes to like, you know, his Facebook shit, like, you know, oh my god, this goes back to that whole thing that TJ was talking about on every Saturday afternoon. You can like a person's music without actually liking the person.
Yeah, that's real, man. Like, that's for real. That's what I'm talking about. Like, TJ is like one of the realest, not only one of the realest juggalos out there, but he's like a real motherfucker. Like, shit he says, you're like, damn, that's for real. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right?
Like, Axl Rose is a dickhead. Like, Jared from Head PE is a cocksucker. You know what I mean? Other way, dude.
Yeah, Jared's always been cool with me, but
yeah,
I see it.
I've met that motherfucker so many times.
I've heard
he can be though.
Cool. Yeah,
it depends because, you know, when you're on that tour life, You know what I mean? Fucking, it depends where you're at, how many days in you are. He's definitely headstrong like a motherfucker, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like, I've heard people
You know,
that he's cool as shit, and then I've heard people that he's an asshole. I've also heard that shit about Jay, too. Like, when some people meet Jay, they say he's one of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. Other people are like, man, Jay's a fucking asshole, man. Like, it just depends on what day it is. You know what I mean? Like, I know.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on with them. Like, you know, I don't know if I could ever fucking walk up to Jared from Head PE and be like, hey, bro, what was up with the clue?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I don't think I could ever do that as much as I would want to.
And he'd be pissed the fuck off if you did that shit too, for sure.
Right.
I actually think the clue's fresh as fuck. That shit's dope. Lady DJ.
Oh my god. It's crazy because, you know.
This dude I know is in a band, right? And they opened for Head PE in, I think it was like somewhere close to Evansville or somewhere like that. Like, it was somewhere around there. And they said that Jared was being like a big dick or whatever. So he was just like, yeah, whatever, man. Play the clue, bro. Like, I guess dude was all pissed off and shit. Because they were opening for him, and I guess he was being a jerk and shit. He said, yeah, everybody for some reason was yelling the clue on the stage, and it pissed him off and shit. It's like, I don't know why that would piss him off. So I got some shit in my past, some music and shit that I wouldn't want people to hear and shit. But if they did, I wouldn't be like all upset about it. Like, I'd be like, hey man, that was the old days, you know.
Whenever I was first, like, you know, trying to get into making music, I had this phone that I was like recording ideas on.
Yeah.
And I was like fucking hotbox in the closet. And I'm just like sitting there just like doing, you know, fucking stupid ass shit. One of the things I was doing was like Wicked West Coast. And we're fucking at the homie's house, plug in my phone, listening to music, and he starts scrolling through it and he puts that shit on. And it's a group full of fucking homies. And he's like, the fuck is this shit? And it's just me and like I literally recorded it in the closet while I was stoned as shit, and I'm just like, Wicked West Coast. And they never let me live that down. Yeah, like they never let me live that shit down. So yeah, there's some musical shit, you know what I mean, in my past that there's some shit I released that I wish I never released, and you know what I mean, like that shit'll never see the light of day again. Thankfully, not too many people downloaded that shit.
Right? I know I got a bunch of shit on that. I had a bunch of shit on that old ass GarageBand site. You remember that?
Oh my god. You see, when I very first started making music though, I started producing shit.
Yeah. And
there's actually something I put out there like that I wish I could find on original GarageBand, but they deleted it.
I know.
You know, that shit doesn't exist anymore.
I know.
And it's ironic because like the name of it was called A Coin Lost in Space.
Oh,
and
shit.
It's totally like music that's now lost in cyberspace.
Yeah, exactly. I know, man.
But I
used to be mad up on the charts on that shit on GarageBand, man. I remember that dude go on there and review people and shit. That shit was fresh as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I dropped a thing on there and I was promoting it through MySpace, and it was literally that had to have been like close to 11 years ago now.
Oh yeah, GarageBand's fucking that's classic.
It was around the time that like my first, like my oldest was being born. I wish I had some of that shit. You know what I mean? Because it was ridiculous. But you know, I do music with the homie, and we released some shit, and like the sound quality wasn't the greatest. We deleted it. You know, like we recorded using a Rock Band mic. You know what I mean? With a bunch of socks fucking wrapped around it and shit. And
oh hell yeah!
We eventually upgraded. You know what I mean? Tried to redo the tracks. My homie's really self-conscious about himself.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I don't really have any music out right now. But yeah, I'm more of a producer than anything. But I'll spit a verse here and there, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But we have two groups like me and my homie do. One of them is just like straight fucking like weed smoking music, and originally we were called the China Eye Guys.
China Eye.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that in 2018.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my homie got into some shit. It was actually like on the news and shit. He does like, he used to do backlot like catering in LA, and this dude, like fucking Oriental dude, tried getting like food from their catering truck, and it was on set for like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and the dude's like dressed. The dude's dressed in like a cop uniform, and he's like, my homie's like, sorry, we don't serve pigs. You know what I mean? Just joking. And the guy laughed about it at first, but then like everybody started laughing. Well, something happened. He got called back to set and didn't get his food. He tried to pull the race card, saying that they were being racist against him, and my homie's the one who said something. So he was afraid that like China Eye Guys was gonna come up somehow, and he was gonna come out as actually being a racist. So we scratched the name China Eye Guys and we changed it to Dragon Eye Guys.
Hell yeah.
And we had a tape that we put out. It may still be out there, but if my homie didn't delete it, my homie's just really self-conscious about his voice, but he writes some of the sickest fucking verses.
Hell yeah.
Like he's a lyrical genius for real though.
That's dope.
Like for real, like the dude is ridiculous with his rhymes. Like I'm like, did you really just fucking say that? Like constantly impressing me. So we do that, and then we have another group that we do called Drank Mix, which is the more like serious political shit. And yeah, man, just as soon as my homie gets his confidence up, it's on. But
It's on like Donkey Kong.
I produced all the fucking beats, and they're like, it's some type of shit that, like, you know what I mean, hasn't really been heard. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely like it's not that new style. You know what I mean? It's not at all that new style. It's on its whole other shit.
Hell yeah.
But like I really want to get some Drank Mix going for real. Like that shit was fucking, it's some real political shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I like
let me see if I can
shit.
You better recognize your diet is filled with lies. One sip of this Drank Mix, you open your eyes and realize in unison all the peasant cries worldwide. Rich folk gonna try motherfucking blindside. Your human right to decide has been denied. Work a minimum wage, but you can't provide. So on the upside, there's a whole lot of us here on the west side where the gangs reside. Gotta get your piece strapped, motherfucker, let's ride. Y'all ain't wanna be food deprived. Rich folks taste good. Breaded fried, come fight in your allies. Open your eyes, I'm eating these honkies like apple pies. Nowhere to hide, this whole empire gonna get smacked aside. So enjoy. You know, like, it's just, it's on a straight political tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like using
Yeah, and then I got Dopamine with Panic. We put out one song, and I sound like shit on that song. Like, that's... I want to share Ninjas in Action Volume 1, but I don't want people to hear that Dopamine track just because I don't like the way I sound on it.
Yo, man, you're always your biggest critic.
Right?
You are your own biggest critic. That's what sucks. I dealt with the same shit.
Man, you know, like, if I could... I don't know. What up, Joker? Let me get in your studio.
Yeah.
Make me sound
right.
Hell yeah.
That fucking.
Let me up in the Joker play.
That Trail of Tears album is so dope, dude. Like.
Oh man, you know, like, I've been a fan of the Jokers since the first release of Welcome to the Show. I remember that popped up on Fago Lovers back in the day whenever Fago Lovers was doing their daily post, because they used to, but before they had like the form set up, they had like a fully written daily fucking post that you had to scroll through to get news.
Man.
And that shit was crazy fucking dope. I would check it every fucking, few hours waiting for the daily post.
Yeah.
And the Joker popped up on there, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I downloaded that shit, and I was like, damn, this is fresh. This is ridiculously fresh. And then he started beefing with Gruesome, towards the beginning.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my God. I was dead because, I liked Gruesome. That Talk Shit Avenger mixtape he put out was so ridiculously fresh.
Yeah, Gruesome.
And then him and Joker started beefing, and one thing led to another. Next thing like he's starting to rustle some feathers with juggalos. And like, I got it. I understand what he was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't get it. A lot of people didn't get it. I think Scotty actually did a video where he like went and scratched a Joker sticker off of his fucking car. Because I'm pretty sure it was Scotty. He used to have a Joker sticker on the back of his whip. And he's like, nope, can't have this anymore. And he fucking got like a credit card and went pop, 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 scraped that shit off of there. But I got it. You know what I mean? Like he's playing the role of the court jester, which that's what they do. They point out the flaws in a humorous manner. And he's saying some shit that was real. You know what I mean? Like the Juggalo rapper shit. You know what I mean? There's so many fucking Juggalo rappers
that are weak as fuck.
Yeah.
I get it.
There's so many Juggalo rappers that are fucking fire that just ain't doing shit though. You know
like
what I mean?
Suicide.
Yeah.
That dude, Suicide should have way more recognition than he gets.
Yeah.
Hey, Suicide's fresh. I see you repping that shirt over there.
Oh,
but yeah,
sure,
Suicide's pretty fucking fresh. For real.
Yeah.
See, one thing I don't like about Juggalo rappers is the ones that all the time are like, I'm a Juggalo, you're my Mizaho. I don't like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? And
there's a lot of those, and there it seems like there were a lot more, and like the fresher shit coming out now these days. But there's so many people that were just slept on because of that shit.
Exactly, and that's what I was getting at about Suicide. Like, I mean, like it seemed like before we had him on the show, we should have known about him, but us three, we didn't. We didn't even know who he was, dude. And I think the reason is because I just thought he was one of them. Oh, because I knew about him being on the ciphers and all that shit at the Gathering and shit. But I just think that I put him in that he's just a Juggalo rapper.
Yeah.
Which it's easy to do that. You know what I mean?
But, yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's some people like, you know what I mean? I won't even speak any names, but there's some people like, especially like fucking, 9 years ago, you know what I mean? Like 7, 8, 9 years ago, whenever like, let's say like Bang Pow Boom, when that shit came out, it seemed like everyone was a fucking Juggalo rapper.
Yeah.
And like, I'm getting friend requests from everyone and their fucking baby mama, you know what I mean? Trying to promote their shit.
Yeah, and they're like, check me out. It's like, it's kind of like when Dear Joe and Joey came out. Like, you know what I mean? It dropped and everybody was like, I can do that shit too. Like, but they can't though. Like, Dear Joe and Joey is like, that shit's classic. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Like fucking that whole Juggalo agenda thing, like the whole fucking thing front to back is class. It's just straight. The thing is all right. It's not forced. You know what I mean? That's fucking TJ in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That
he lives that shit for real. Like that's how he lives. Like
exactly. That is TJ. That is Beastmaster right there. Whereas there's some people that are just doing it for, nowadays you would call it the clout. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
They're doing it for that recognition. You know what I mean? I'm a juggalo, you guys. You love me, right? Juggalos actually buy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
We're one of the only fan bases that still stays true to CDs.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of us actually have we like having CDs. Some of us don't even open CDs. Like, I'm not opening my Stale Dale CD at all.
I got the X. You got the blood. Let's get together, chop you up in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Brooklyn.
Right? Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard about that flat. I heard y'all are going to see that Malenko and friends and shit. You, Mac, and Esteban, and Jess, apparently.
That's something I fucking missed, and I beat myself up over missing fucking the Great Malenko tour.
I know, me too. That Carnival of Carnage show would have been fresh as fuck to see.
Oh my god, is that happening though? That fucking DVD, is that shit happening? It wasn't talked about at the gathering. What the fuck?
I know.
None of those documentaries were talked about. What the fuck?
No,
Did anybody check out the family movie when you were there? Check out that
I don't know
movie?
if anybody did or not. I don't know if I want to see that or not, man. I don't know.
I do. I want to see it.
It'll get checked out, you know what I mean, for sure, somewhere down the line.
I want to see. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I want to see it, but the thing is like that Orange is the New Black chick is annoying as fuck to me. I don't even like
So
that shit, bro.
fucking hot.
I don't even like her on the show. I'm like, ugh.
Oh,
Get her off
man. No, bro. No.
We have to
Bring
do
it
an
on.
entire show where we only speak by rap and horrorcore lyrics. Hell yeah.
What up, motherfuckers?
I know. How come horrorcore rappers always have to have that voice too all the time? Like, and then I put
Because they
period
gotta,
blood
I don't know.
all over her face. Shit.
They
Like,
gotta sound evil. My boy, Defect,
Hello,
he
show.
sounds like that. He sounds like that in real
Watch out,
life.
motherfucker. I'm gonna take you to the show.
Yeah.
Spill more blood for show. Gonna rap the same lyric every other word, juggalo.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a juggalo, chop you up, and then I laugh. I want to
that's
squeeze your
one
neck
thing I
like
never
it's a
said in my
giraffe.
music. I never said the word juggalo in my music at all. I was like,
I have
no,
a couple times.
I don't want people to think that I'm just on ICP's dick. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be the next ICP. We're trying to be our own group, which our own group was pretty fucking dope until we quit making music. Our group was called Mental Case.
Yeah, like, my homie, like, he doesn't call himself a juggalo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His connection to the fucking juggalo community is me. I'm his connection. You know what? I'm the one who got him into like actually listening to ICP and Twisted and shit. And what he's really all about, psychopathic riders. That's his shit.
Oh yeah. Like that.
But like he wouldn't even know about like any of that shit if it wasn't for me, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So like
Oh, yeah.
he wants like his thing is he wants the base to be like fucking widespread, and it's like, bro, like fucking with me, you're gonna have a lot of juggalos.
Yeah, that's it.
It is what it is, you know. I'm known through Carnival Spirits and, you know, YouTubing. So if we ever do anything, that shit's gonna come up.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah. We definitely gotta keep the good music coming to the underground, because that's all the good music is at nowadays. Underground.
Like Lights album.
Good
That
shit.
shit's gonna be dope, dude.
Fire.
Yeah, Callie,
I'm ready for it.
You know we gotta ask you about that Underground Avengers shit. And him getting left off of that. You know we gotta hear your opinion about that shit.
All right, so I was just listening to the Buckshot interview yesterday with Replicon Radio, and I only got as far as him talking about the light situation because I was listening to it like, you know, a little bit at work and then on my way home from work. But the song would, like, you know what I mean? Like it looks like it's gonna be dope. I'm just wondering how UGA isn't going to be outshined by fucking, you know, everyone else that's on that track.
Yeah.
Because they got a bunch of choppers on there, and not one of them is a chopper.
Yeah, Buck's not known to be a chopper. Like
Buck, Boondocks, Class, not one of them is known to be a chopper.
Exactly. I mean, Boondocks maybe could do it, but do you think he did on this track? I doubt it.
Nah. Nah. I mean, he probably is going to try to like match a little bit, but you know, I am excited about the UGA album.
Yeah.
Honestly. And having Light on there, it would have been fresh for the underground. You know what I mean? That's the type of unity we need right now with everything going on. Like, we need that shit. Like, we don't just want it, we need it.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. It's cool that ABK and Blaze are doing drive-by. I love me some fucking drive-by. At one point in time, Violent J said that he thought drive-by was the freshest thing coming out of Psychopathic.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Yeah, man, like that fucking Pony Down.
Yeah.
Bro, all I wear shoe-wise is Pony.
Hell yeah.
For real. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 pairs of ponies.
Nice.
That's all I fucking wear at this point. But I mean, Pony Down's my shit. You know what I mean? Run These Streets, like all that. That's my shit. I'm sure there's going to be another fucking EP. And I'm looking forward to that, you know? But we need that fucking unity. You know, fuck the drama. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear Split in the Paint. I don't want to hear that shit.
Right, exactly.
I don't want to hear this fucking segregation shit. I don't want to choose sides, you know what I mean? I'm a fucking juggalo. I like what I like, and this is the shit I like. And like making me choose, it's not working. It's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Like it sounds like I don't know, man. Like the way it sounds like that shit went down, like it's I don't know. I don't know what I think. It is what it is, you know? Like it sucks that it happened. I wish it wouldn't have happened. But
yeah,
you know, it's out of our control. It's out of their control.
Hell yeah.
Then put it in the trash. My kids are playing with a broken umbrella outside.
Oh,
oh, you're good.
I mean, like Blaze is the shit to me always.
Always has been, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man,
always been fucking mad fresh ever since fucking his first album was Psychopathic.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yep.
Like that's.
I remember he was the underdog of the label. You know what I mean? When they started building, like people were choosing ABK over Blaze in the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Like
man.
The dead fucking gangsters. You know what I mean? That's just dope.
Man, I remember first hearing, like, you know what I mean? Like, Grave Ain't No Place and all that shit, and just being like, yo. Like, I actually, like, when that album came out, my homie fucking jacked that CD from, like, fucking, I don't remember where. Like, I want to say probably Best Buy or something like that. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was Best Buy. But he jacked that CD, and then we went and we fucking put it on, you know what I mean? Like fucking extension cord outside, fucking put that thing on blast while we skated. And I was blown the fuck away, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, holy shit. That was the first time I ever heard it was on a stolen fucking copy that my homie got. Which the dude ended up not being my homie in the long run. He kind of like made me like not really feel the whole family thing for a while there because this was when I lived in Fort Wayne. So I went through a situation where like my mom thought the music was making me like, you know, act out and shit.
Yeah.
And she took all my CDs and fucking like she took a bunch of my shit and like stashed it, you know what I mean, in a box in the basement. Well, one day when she wasn't home, I fucking went and I found like my CDs, and I fucking put all of my CDs into a case, and we had a bunch of shit that like wasn't gone through on our porch. We had like one of those like gated in porches, and I fucking stashed all my CDs on the porch because my mom never went out there. Well, the homie I had, he would come out, like I'd only see him on the weekends whenever he'd come visit his dad. He knew I was getting ready to move back to Evansville, and he wasn't going to see me again. So what did he do? He went and stole every single one of my Psychopathic Record CDs. Every single one. I just got my fucking Joker's card collection fully back together from that shit, honestly.
Yeah, I know how that is.
This happened when I was in like the 8th grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he jacked every single one of my fucking CDs.
Damn.
This was like, I don't even think I had the, like, we didn't even have like the full fucking, you know, this was like 2002. Yeah, but he jacked all of my shit, all of it. And you know what I mean? Like, it kind of made me like iffy for a while there.
Yeah.
But then, you know, it is what it is. Fucking, the universe works in mysterious ways, you know?
Yeah.
I still was always down, you know what I mean, with the music, but I didn't have a connection with Juggalos for a while there because the Juggalos I knew weren't people that I wanted to know.
Right.
But, you know, over time, I found more, like, after I moved to LA, you know, I met a fucking Juggalo homie who made me feel that, you know, love again.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, I kept the circle small.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It just made me, like, honestly, like, that dude was not a fucking Juggalo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't steal from family. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
point blank, you know? At the same time, we were kids, you know? We were kids. It is what it is. I can't even remember the motherfucker's name, though. So, it is what it is.
Can't even remember his name. Fuck it.
I can't even remember his name. You know what I mean? Like, fucking A. Fucking A.
Oh, shit, man.
He probably still ain't even got that shit.
Hell no.
He probably sold some shit.
But yeah, whenever actually, I have a fresh story about the Juggalo homie who helped me like get back into, you know, the music. It's gonna come out in that Wizards of the Hood fucking video whenever we finally drop that. Fucking Brooklyn with his typos, setting us back on that shit. It's all love.
Fucking up.
Nah, he submitted the intro, and it said Wizard, like there's like Wizard of the Hood or some weird shit, and we're like, yo, no.
What's up, Don Chaos?
No. What up, Chaos?
Hell
Chill.
yeah. Shout outs to Don.
But when I was talking to TJ, like I said, I'm sure that Wizard of the Hood should be dropping this weekend.
Hell yeah.
So, I got a fresh story in there. I got a fresh story in there about the first time I heard that shit, and it involves the dude that actually helped like reinstill my faith in the Juggalo community.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up. Yes, sir.
He said it said Widard of the Hood, D or Z, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's Widard. It's something like that. Widard of the Hood. I'm hoping I win one of these fucking DC giveaways. You know, he's been giving away those 17 CDs. That's one of the. I gotta get that Woodard of the Hood.
Hell yeah! He said, "Right, Dally Dream 2 dress." Out in our chat, boy, for real. He always straight up wiles out. We had guy out of the Kremlin on here. He made me almost do a spit take. Like, yo, man. Yo, I'm trying to be professional here. We got a semi-professional rapper on here today, bud.
Semi-professional.
Yeah.
And an amateur tattoo artist.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm kidding. I don't do tattoos. I wish I could do tattoos.
Esteban does. Though.
I'd be all inked up. Is he the one fucking hooking up Mac and Hose?
Yep.
Motherfuckers.
Hey, they fucked up the Ouija shirt. I can fuck up an intro. Ooja. Everybody rock them Ooja shirts.
Ooh, it was Ooja Mac. Hey, the thing is though, is like we double check our shit though.
Right? Then just drop it out. You know, them comments would have been lit. I don't remember.
Right?
It'd be a whole bunch of I don't really remember.
It's like Woodard of the Hood. I don't remember that.
Yeah. That album, when did that come out?
We're off to see the Woodard.
Drop motherfuckers all the way to Del Rey.
Yeah, no.
Shouts out to D Lyrical for hearing Wizard of the Hood for the first time before anybody else heard it.
D Lyrical is just that dude fresh as fuck.
Oh yeah, he is cool as fuck, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Can't wait to have him back on the show. Probably real soon.
I hear the choppers above me. I'm going to pick up water to put out those fires.
Damn, I can hear him too.
Dude, what? There's a bunch of weed plants up there, man. You get out there and get high just off of fucking wind.
Right?
That sucks, though, man.
Right?
A lot of fucking shit.
I want to know what up, though, K&K, where that fucking King's Blend at? Apparently weed out here that doesn't exist.
That's where the Z went. Z Lyrical, that's where the Z went.
Z Lyrical? Oh, shit.
Z Lyrical.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
I can only imagine, like, being in that basement back then with D Lyrical, Jay, and all them cats. Just like hearing D Lyrical tell me that story about how they just be down there fucking doing that shit, recording that shit. That reminds me of what me and my boys would do with the same type of shit, the same karaoke machine and shit. Same kind. We'd be down there recording.
We used to do that. We got a drum pad or drum box.
I had one of them little Yamaha drum pads. It was like this big. Had like 3 pads on it.
Oh, shit.
Dude, you know what we started on? We started on this little fucking... It was a tape player this long, and it had a 2-way speaker on it, so you could fucking hit record and record yourself.
Yeah.
That's how
we did was, me and my homie, we used headphones for a microphone. Like we plugged the headphones into a mic jack and only talk in the one end. Put a washcloth over that bitch and spit to them old ass Miami bass tapes.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Those little like bass mechanics and fucking all
I
that shit.
I had a my first Sony.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was like the little ass fucking Sony thing, and it was like it was for kids. Clearly, it was like red, blue, and yellow, and it came with like a little fucking microphone. Oh my god. Yeah. Taking me way back.
Yeah, and what we would do is we take like little breakdowns of like songs on cassette. Then you hit pause and then loop that shit, rewind it, tape that little 10-second break or whatever, loop that shit. The better you got at pausing it so you couldn't tell that it was looped, then you rap over that shit. Like little 15-second breaks of songs and shit. Turn that shit into like 2 minutes. I did that to the breakdown of 5 Minutes Alone by Pantera. That I like looped that shit for like 2 minutes and freestyle over it. Old school, y'all.
Before I really did music, I was more of a I was more into like visuals, I wanted to do more shit like that. Like actually I have a lot of schooling for like editing and fucking I was in acting classes and like going back to middle school, like I was in the fucking school news crew, you know what I mean? Like I worked the switchboard. So like that was more my thing, and like my grandma's got a stack of tapes, like VHS tapes of like me doing fucking making commercials and you know what I mean, just doing shit like that. And that was more my thing. Like she has some like fucking music videos I made where I did like stop motion shit with like action figures.
Yeah.
And the way I did it is I fucking set up the fucking that big ass fucking, you know what I mean, like with the VHS in there.
Yeah.
And I stop motion, you know what I mean, like my action figures.
Yep.
And then I would take that tape and play it on the TV and record the TV while I would hit like record on the stereo and play a song.
Yeah.
So I was like doing my own fucking stop motion, like fucking music videos like that.
Yeah.
And she has like shit from like, way back. She has shit I was doing when I was like 6 years old. I've been trying to get her to fucking get me.
Right. So you put that
I want to convert that shit over. You know what I mean? Have some content for my CaliGreen Toothbrush channel.
Hell yeah.
Which even now, like that's more of the shit like I'm working on right now. Like I started doing anime music videos again.
Hell yeah.
I did a couple of them. They're up on my personal channel. You know what I mean? Yeah. But and then I just, like I said, like earlier, I just recently edited this music video for the mixtape, which Brooklyn's seen it. Brooklyn's seen the music video. He's one of the few. It's pretty fresh. It's pretty. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what it is, but just know it is to a Bones Dubs, official song that I own the rights to.
Nice. You've said too much.
Yeah, speaking of recording, I need to get in the studio. I need to finish up my fucking verse for a track.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much at this point, like me, TJ, and then just like a couple fucking tracks, and we're done. Like a couple fucking verses, and it's done.
Hell yeah! Everybody's stoked to see that mixtape. Everybody's in the chat.
Yeah, man, it'll be up for free download.
Hell yeah.
It'll be up for free download, but then we'll also have those, special collectors CDs.
Yeah.
All we want is we just want a Fago lovers and That's what we're going for.
He said that Brooklyn said you also edited the Blaze intro.
Blaze intro.
Yeah, that Blaze the motherfucker. I did that one. I also did the Ghetto Freak Show's intro as well.
Hell yeah. The Ghetto Freak Show's the homie for sure. Shouts out to him.
Oh man.
Shouts out to Blaze.
Man. That's the homie for sure.
Oh,
and yeah, like what he's gonna do is he's gonna bring back Carnival Spirits Radio.
That's dope.
He's gonna be our radio guy.
Yeah, we were saying in the chat, man, it was like, how do we get a show on that shit? Let us get us a little show on that shit, bruh.
Yeah,
we can do segments and stuff.
Hell yeah.
That's what we want to do, segments on there. So it's doable. We can make it happen. It's going to be most likely through Spreaker.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So like he hit us up and was like, yo, like what up with Carnival Spirits Radio? And we're like, it's pretty stagnant right now. And he's like, is it cool if you know, I do some shit with it? And we're like, bro, it's on.
Like us?
And he's like, yeah, man, I wanna purchase a Carnival Spirits Spreaker account.
Hell yeah. We could do like a 20-minute show or some shit on that, man. There'd be no problem. Audio, like, easy peasy. Audio style, we're down for sure.
Hell yeah. You know, like, I had to put it on pause, you know, because it was getting to be a headache, honestly, the way I was doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I had all the music lined up and everything, but the thing that was, like, it was the interview parts, because I was doing interview with the Juggalo, which I'm still going to do.
Yeah.
I still plan on doing that. But I was doing that, and then I was also doing those interviews, too. And it was just taking a lot of time out of my week.
That Goat Boy interview was fresh as shit.
Oh, my God. Goat Boy is longtime homie. I wish he would get back into YouTube.
I know. His videos were fucking hilarious, dude.
Man, I remember he was one of the first people I watched on YouTube, you know?
Yeah. We've been trying to get him on the show for a minute, but he's a vampire, so
yeah,
it's just hard trying to get him on here when we go live, you know. Shout out
for sure.
To boy, though. We still want you on the show, bro.
He's on that Cali time, just like me.
Yep. I know, that's crazy, man. It's like 3 hours behind us or something.
Yeah. It's like, what time is it right now? It's 11:30 right now over here.
Oh, yeah, it's 2:30 here.
Hell yeah. Well, I gotta make some runs. Go to the fucking pharmacy, finally get my medicine.
Hell yeah, we can wrap this shit up then, bro.
Which I'm actually, it's like 11:30. I'm gonna have to get out of here. My phone died long time ago.
Hell yeah.
I got it hooked up to the fucking, like, you know. My phone died long time ago.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, man. We appreciate you coming on for sure.
I hooked it up to the fucking the little charge block.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it's been fun. We'll do it again sometime.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Crack it on again for you guys.
Yeah, we're happy that you came on, man, and
100% respect.
Forever fam.
Forever. Whoop whoop.
Hey, it's been fun, man. Shout out to y'all. Tales from the Lotus podcast.
Hell yeah.
It's been real.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Much love always.
Adding to our
hell yeah. Much love, you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. See what's going on.
All right, brother.
See what's going on with my family. See what's there.
Stay away from that fire. Stay safe.
Yeah, stay away from that fire, man.
All right.
And congratulations on that baby.
Hey. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hell yeah, bro.
My phone's tweaking out right now. Honestly, it's trying to die on me. So.
All right, man.
That's what's up.
CaliGreen too fresh. Yeah, we see you.
Deuces.
Deuces. CaliGreen too fresh, y'all. He's fresh, just like we imagined.
Hell yeah.
Y'all was watching that. If not, catch that replay. He was dropping some exclusives.
Yes, sir.
We get at Tales from the Heavy Breathing podcast. And I think we should put this shit on DCN. Fuck that. We didn't start no drama. We was just addressing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'll probably automatically go right to the playlist. Right?
We can address the drama. We just don't want to feed that shit.
Yeah. We don't want to spread it. Oh my God, my fucking eye.
I still don't have a problem with Chuck. For real. Like I
still just talk shit.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you do. I'm not going to talk shit about him. Just fuel that shit. Right. Whatever.
Oh, shit.
Somebody poked him like a bear. That's how it was, man. They poked him. And then he just snapped. Do what you do, Chuck.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, we're still here, KJ, but we getting ready to wrap this shit up.
Yeah, I gotta go pick that shit up, man. My eyes are irritating the fuck out of me right now.
Okay, so. My laptop is about to die anyways. I think it's only got 33%. So
all right, y'all. Much love to all you motherfuckers in the chat.
Much love to all you motherfuckers.
Our fourth member, Brooklyn, in the chat, holding me down.
Holding it down as always.
Rarely comes on the camera to make an appearance, but you know he's a busy man, so that's a bad picture. We're not gonna use that for a fucking So yeah, stay lit, motherfuckers.
Hell yeah! But what was that shit you were saying? I could barely hear you on last week's show when I was running late Sunday.
What?
You were saying that you was in some chat and there was some drama going on or some shit. I couldn't really hear you. I was gonna ask you about it off air and shit, but I totally.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. I forgot.
You're like, I'm involved in this chat. And there's some drama going on.
Oh, yeah, something to do with the JFLs and all that shit. The JFL and the Jugganati. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to. I told them I didn't want nothing to do with it. So.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. But it was handled. It was all good.
Hell yeah.
So, we out this bitch.
Hell yeah. We'll holler at y'all. Much love.
Peace.
Peace.